Nicola. I'm Programme Manager for Dumfries and Galloway Leader, and we are a rural development funding programme based in Dumfries, but we cover the whole of the region. We contracted Sleeping Giants to help us with the Amaze Me LEADER project, which was a transnational cooperation project with partners in Finland, Estonia and Latvia. It was a strategic project that the local action group wanted to deliver, but we were lacking a bit in the experience of working with young people, and so we wanted to contract someone to assist us with that. And Grace and the team were great at coming in and helping us kind of realise the vision that our LAG members had for the project, and assisted with all the logistical arrangements and brought their own spin on the project, to be honest. The main things that Sleeping Giants brought to the project were their experience and understanding of how to work with young people and how to get the best out of young people participating in the project. They brought lots of different ideas to the table. We had an idea of what we wanted to do with the project, but actually what we managed to deliver was far better, and really that was thanks to the experience and knowledge that Sleeping Giants brought to the project. One of the most innovative ideas that they brought was the think tank, and that came at the end of the week-long event that we were holding, and it brought everything together, everything that the young people had been working on and discussing over the course of the week. The think tank brought all that together, but I think the main thing was bringing in the external stakeholders. They had to be silent observers to the discussion to begin with, which I think was quite frustrating for a lot of them, but it brought a different dynamic to the whole discussion, which I think we wouldn't have had if we hadn't had Sleeping Giants input into that. They put together a really strong proposal, and yeah, they were really our first choice, as far as who we wanted to work with on the project, and we were right, in our estimations that they just brought something different to the project that we wouldn't have had, and the legacy to come out of the project, we wouldn't have had that legacy if we hadn't had Sleeping Giants input and their commitment to the project beyond the event that we held. Their commitment to the young people that we got involved in Dumfries and Galloway, we wouldn't have had that legacy without their input. The leader team were able to work alongside Sleeping Giants, and the local action group members were able to get involved, but really they kind of took the burden of all that logistical nightmare of organising that kind of event. They just lifted that, and so for me as programme manager and for the rest of the team, it meant that we could then concentrate on delivering against what the local action group really wanted us to achieve. Without Sleeping Giants, we would have delivered the event, but it wouldn't have been anywhere near as successful or as impactful. I've worked with Grace and the team at Sleeping Giants on a number of things, and I've been involved in other projects that they've been leading on, and I always think they bring a freshness to a project, and they are really knowledgeable, they're really experienced in what they do, and they're a safe pair of hands. If you contract them, they will deliver what they say they're going to deliver, and they will always bring innovative and different ideas to the table. I think before we delivered the Amaze Me LEADER project, the Leader local action group were really struggling to know how to engage young people, and I think working with Sleeping Giants on Amaze Me really opened our eyes as to how do you actually do that. So I think we're better at that now, and unfortunately the Leader programme's coming to an end, but everyone that's been involved in Leader and that were involved in that project could see how they went about it, and I think we've all learned, that our perceptions, our, misconceptions around working with young people, they were all kind of blown away, and we are now much more ready and able to bring young people in on the work that we're doing. I would absolutely recommend working with them. I think if you've got a project, bringing Sleeping Giants in on that, no matter what that project is, they will bring a different dimension to it. They'll bring a different dynamic to it, and you will end up with a much more meaningful project at the end of the day.